of Point Michelle, who escaped at about 5:30 p.m. on Friday evening. At the time of his escape, Toussaint was remanded at the state prison for alleged robbery. In other news, Venezuela's President Nicolas Maduro has lashed out at Twitter, deeming it an expression of fascism and accusing it of persecuting his followers. The president's tirade came on Saturday after an unknown number of pro-government accounts were blocked from the social media platform. Maduro said thousands of accounts had been suspended because his followers were an expression of the truth and were a majority. Earlier, his information minister Ernesto Villegas had said 180 accounts were hit. And 12 people survived one of Portugal's deadliest fires by seeking refuge in a water tank after access to their village was cut off by the blaze. The residents, including a disabled 95-year-old woman, spent more than 6 hours in the tank as the fire prevented them from being rescued. The fires, which police believed were started by lightning, killed 63 people, many of them dying in their cars. The latest of the victims was identified as a 40-year-old firefighter who died in hospital. And this concludes your lunchtime news update, brought to you compliments Fresh Vitamins. I'm Linda Martin. To join us again at 4 for the Prime Evening News Update. Good afternoon.
At Fresh Vitamins, we've got everything you need for health and well-being. We carry a wide range of all-natural sports nutrition and health supplements, plus gluten-free and organic foods, all from quality brands, including Solaray, Cal, Bob's Red Mill, Nature's Way, Source Naturals, and Desired Away. Fresh Vitamins has 2 convenient locations. We're at number 7, Great George Street, Roseau, and we're in Portsmouth, inside IGA Whitchurch Supermarket. Join our discount club and save up to 20% every day on your purchases. Like us on Facebook to stay informed about our products and specials. Come into Fresh Vitamins today and get healthy.
The 11 a.m. update for Monday, 19th June 2017. Potential tropical cyclone number 2 continues to move rapidly towards the southern Windward Islands. Tropical storm warnings are in effect for Trinidad, Tobago, Grenada, and the east coast of Venezuela, and tropical storm watches are in effect for Bonaire and Aruba. St. Vincent and the Grenadines and Barbados has discontinued the tropical storm warning for these islands. A tropical storm warning means that tropical storm conditions are expected somewhere within the warning area within 36 hours, and a tropical storm watch means that tropical storm conditions are possible within the watch area, generally within 48 hours. At 11 a.m., the disturbance was centered near latitude 8.8 degrees north, longitude 56.8 degrees west, or about 325 miles or 525 kilometers east-southeast of Trinidad. The system is moving quickly towards the west near 25 miles per hour or 41 kilometers per hour, and the disturbance is expected to move through the southern Windward Islands tonight and Tuesday. Maximum sustained winds are near 40 miles per hour or 65 kilometers per hour with higher gusts. The disturbance is expected to be a tropical storm when it moves through the Windward Islands and eastern Venezuela tonight and Tuesday. Shower and thunderstorm activity associated with the disturbance continues to show signs of organization, and additional development is likely during the next couple of days. Tropical storm force winds now extend outwards up to 70 miles or 110 kilometers from the center. Tropical storm conditions are expected to first reach the warning areas overnight tonight, making outside preparation difficult and dangerous. The disturbance is expected to produce total rainfall accumulations of 2 to 4 inches over the Windward Islands Monday through Tuesday. Despite the fact that no watches or warnings has been issued for Dominica, residents are advised to monitor the progress of this system and to remain vigilant, as a feeder band from this system could move across the island, resulting in an increase in rainfall, possible thunderstorms, and gusty winds by tomorrow. And a flood watch or warning may be issued for Dominica. A small craft warning is already in effect for Dominica as of 6 p.m. yesterday to 6 p.m. on Tuesday for above normal seas and high winds. The Dominica Met Service will continue to monitor the situation and provide you with the necessary updates. The next update will be at 2 p.m. Marshall Alexander, weather forecaster, Dominica Meteorological Service.
Thank you very much, Mr. Marshall Alexander there, monitoring the serious weather system in our region. We'll bring you an update, as indicated there, at 2 o'clock this afternoon. Stick around, Dominica. Stick around. We're going to come back after this.
Kingdom Connection on Q95, the big station, every Monday 6 to 8 p.m. Enlightened and spiritually sound minds bringing light and encouraging community in challenging and spiritually dark times. Kingdom Connection talking points pursue community education and spiritual enlightenment, biblical principles in leadership, management, and direction of society. Kingdom Connection. Call us at 767-449-3095, 3096, 3097, or 767-616-4257 or 305-432-9624. Stay connected to Kingdom Connection, looking to help reduce incidents of crime and violence, improve social interaction in family and community, and to help enhance economic fortunes guided by biblical principles. Kingdom Connection. Tune in every Monday 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. only on Q95, the big station. Blessings for all in the Q family. Right on Q. Nature Island Cruise 951 on Live 95. Every day, Monday to Friday, exploring the sights, sounds, happening talk on the blocks, healthy lifestyles, and culture of Dominica. Enjoy daily giveaways of valuable products and services from leading businesses on the Nature Island of the Caribbean. Stay locked and immerse yourself in the breathtaking views from above the undulating hills and valleys, and in the magnificent marine adventures beneath our Caribbean Sea. All this and more on Nature Island Cruise 951 on Live 95, only on the big station. Get a taste of the enchanting Creole and indigenous cuisine and lifestyles of the charming people of Dominica. Experience the dynamic rhythms of our culture, music, and entertainment, our vibrant, unique niche agribusiness products, our refreshing range of colorful flowers, and the fabulous foliage in our horticulture. Explore the prolific life-sustaining values of our natural foods, herbal teas, spices, and medicines. All this and more on Nature Island Cruise 951. Every day, Monday to Friday, only on Q95, the big station.
When the union's inspirations through
Tuesday, June 20th, Decision Day, 4:30 p.m. The Dominica Public Service Union calling on all its members to a very special meeting. Tuesday, June 20th, Decision Day, 4:30 p.m. Come and discuss salary negotiations.
We're coming to get our check.
The government and the DPSU. Let your voice be counted. The strength of many, the power of one. United in purpose, united in action. Get your t-shirts today, only $15. The Dominica Public Service Union special meeting, Tuesday, June 20th, Decision Day, 4:30 p.m.
makes us strong.
Good afternoon, good afternoon. I know you're waiting to talk. We have a lot to talk about. We heard earlier, and I'll try to explore it a little further, investigate a little further. Prisoner on the run escaped Stockholm prison sometime about Friday afternoon. But we have something very important to talk about before that. We're in search of a theme for the 2018 reunion year. You remember the last reunion, 1988? A lot of fun. And I suspect, this one is looking up to be big. We're looking for a theme for the reunion year in 2018 coming up in the next, 6 months. Mr. Gregory Roberts is joining me for a few minutes this afternoon as we encourage you to call on 449-3095-96 and 97. Mr. Gregory Roberts, good afternoon and welcome.
Hi, Matt. Welcome. Good afternoon to all your listeners.
You're in search of a theme?
Yes. As you just pointed out at the beginning, next year, 2018, is the 40th anniversary of independence. And as has been the tradition, there has been reunion years. Actually, the first one I think you said was 1998, 1999, that period.
1988.
And then in 2008 there was another reunion year, and then we are heading to 2018, so another reunion. This is like every 10 years. That has become a tradition in Dominica. So the government established what they call a reunion committee, and one of the first tasks of that committee is to put together a theme and a logo.
Okay.
And they go hand in hand because so what has been happening is that we have been taking what you call a participatory approach to that by finding ways, mobilizing the population through various media, obviously, online, offline, on radio, TV, and so on, to suggest ideas for a theme. And on the basis of the theme that eventually emerges as the top, we're selected anyway for this year, then you can craft a logo on that. So they go hand in hand. Not like cat before the horse thing. You do a logo and then a theme. No, you do the theme and of course you craft your logo. So that is the immediate task of the committee, because you need the logo and you need the theme for doing the branding and the promoting and all those kind of things. So that's very, very first task.
So the exercise is taking place on all the radio stations?
All the radio stations, yes. It has happened on DBS, Kyrie FM, it has happened on DA Vibes, now it's Q95, tomorrow is the Catholic radio station.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so give us a call.
People, yes, of course. They can.
And 449-3095, 449-3096, and 449-3097. Maybe the whole naming or the theme of the reunion next year may come from Q95. So give us a call. All your names will be, in terms of the names that you call, will be taken down and recorded. And that, from what I gather from Mr. Roberts, will go to a central committee. And then, Mr. Roberts, they'll choose a theme.
Well, basically, they will sift out all the themes. I mean, you might have about a good 50, 100 themes, ideas. And then in some cases, you might have somebody might just come up with a theme that is spot on, you know what I'm saying? In some cases, for example, you have maybe like two people they come up with a sort of an idea separately, you know, and then you say, oh, well, let us tweak those two ideas together, and you come up with an original theme. So that is part of the, what you might call the distillation process, by which the theme emerges. But obviously the theme is about bringing people together. As you'd imagine, the whole idea of Reunion Year is to bring Dominicans at home and abroad together. So it's a kind of a unity, it's a sort of coming back home, it's a sort of rallying all of us together as family, one big family, to celebrate 40 years of independence.
All right, here's somebody suggesting to me via WhatsApp message. Of course, we are recording this, so of course you'll get a recording of this. Dominica Reunion 20. How many words? Does it really matter?
Well, obviously, a theme is really short and punchy. I mean, it doesn't have to have too many words, because remember, you need it for branding. And so theme is really like 5-6 words, 4, 5, 6, very punchy. Because you eliminate ofs and thirds and this kind of in between words and so on and so on. But yes, what's the idea you got from one side?
Come ye forward, sons and daughters. That's one. Toil with hearts and hands and voices.
That's all the same?
No, it's two separate thoughts there.
Toil with hearts and hands and voices, is that it? Toil with
hearts and hands and voices. That's one.
Right.
Secondly, come he forward, sons and daughters is a different one. All right, so please call in. We have a few more minutes, sir. Yes, we have two separate ones here. Hello, talk to me.
Good afternoon, Matt.
Yes.
Gregory Roberts.
Yes.
Gregory and Matt, my theme is democracy in 2018 and beyond.
You have that, Gregory?
Yes, we got that.
Democracy in 2018 and beyond.
Yes. Or rather true democracy.
Or somebody says true democracy.
True democracy in 2018 and beyond.
Okay. You have that, Gregory? Okay. Thank you very much. Let's take another one there. Hello, talk to me. Themes for Reunion 2018. Hello. Caller, are you there? We have nobody on that line there. Okay. And theme, another one. Decent governments and good governments create discipline to all develop. That's very long here. But anyway, it's your thought. Decent governments and good governments creates discipline to all developments. All right, let's move on. Our time is very short. Hello.
Together we strive, together we survive.
Together what?
Together we strive, together we survive.
Together we strive, together we survive. A different theme. 449-3095-96 and 97. Let's pick up a different call. Hello, talk to me.
Yeah, Matt.
Mm-hmm.
My theme is together we aspire, together we achieve.
Together we aspire, together we achieve. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Yeah, we got that one. All right, Gregory. Hello, talk to me. Another phone call.
Brother, come all of your sons and daughters, but don't accept any bribes from the government. That's mine.
Thank you very much. It's yours. I cannot change your opinion, sir. 119. Looking for themes for 2018 reunion. All right? And we, of course, let's take another phone call here. Yes, that's the same I was looking at a while ago. All right, let's see. No, not yet. We'll talk about it a little later. Let's just take a break, and we'll come back. And before we do, though, let's take another phone call. Hello.
Hey, good afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, mine is, God, please help us save Dominica.
Thank you, sir. God, please help us save Dominica. Hello.
Yes, Matt. Good afternoon.
I'm here.
My theme is United we stand, divided we fall reunion, 2017.
No, that is 2018. We're looking for one for 2018. But I think you meant 2018. Yeah. All right. But let's take another phone call. Hello, talk to me.
Hi.
Yes.
Her body still rises or her mountain still rises?
The body still rises or the mountain?
Her body still rises.
Oh, her body still rises.
Or her mountain still rises.
Thank you. All right, we're getting a lot of themes there for the year 2018 reunion. Hello.
Matt, are you taking the names of the people who are calling or their numbers?
No, we're just being anonymous.
No, but how would you know who's winning?
Is there a winner?
It's not a competition.
It's not a competition. That's right.
Ideas.
It's just ideas for a theme, okay? Everything doesn't have to be about money. Hello, talk to me.
Yes, Matt.
Uh-huh.
Reconciliation.
Repeat again?
Reconciliation 2018.
Reconciliation.
A reunion and reconciliation 2018.
You heard that?
Reconciliation, what is?
Reconciliation and what again?
Reunion.
Reunion 2018. Caller, thank you very much. We're going up from 9 more minutes. Hello.
Matt.
I'm here.
Honesty is the best policy.
Honesty is the best policy in reunion 2018. Thank you. Hi. 449-3095. Another phone call. Hello. Good afternoon.
Making memories, breaking the distance for 2018.
Making memories, breaking the distance in 2018. Yes?
That's it.
Thank you. Hello.
Hello.
Ah.
Yes, holding hands together, we shall all reach the mountaintop.
Holding hands together, we shall all reach the mountaintop. We're coming back after this for more.
The union's inspirations through
Tuesday, June 20th, Decision Day, 4:30 p.m. The Dominica Public Service Union calling on all its members to a very special meeting. Tuesday, June 20th, Decision Day, 4:30 p.m. Come and discuss salary negotiations.
We're coming to get our check.
the government, and the DPSU. Let your voice be counted. The strength of many, the power of one. United in purpose, united in action. Get your t-shirts today, only $15. The Dominica Public Service Union special meeting, Tuesday, June 20th. Decision day, 4:30 p.m.
Beat the heat with an air conditioning unit from Esar Trading Limited. Esar Trading Limited since 2003 have supplied top quality air conditioning units at unbeatable prices. We offer both regular energy efficient units and inverted units from Ox, King Air and TCL. In addition to our quality units and best prices, we also carry full range of parts. So buy wisely and save. Visit Esar Trading Limited on 106 Independence Street or the Canefield Distributing Center.
The 2017 Kadas Litso Show is on. All singers and songwriters should register with NCCU by June 30, 2017 for audition on Saturday, July 15, 2017. Get ready!
Caribbean Hype 246 2017. Your official international passport to soca music. Saturday, July 1st, and it all kicks off at 8 p.m. Performing live. Major Mystic. Hype DJ. Also on the lineup, DJ Shop. Your band. Triple K International. The first Serenade band. Performing straight from Trinidad. Traveling the voice. Lyrical. Jimmy and Neutral. And from Barbados, Hyper Sound. This is one event you don't want to miss for the summer. Saturday, July 1st. Tickets cost $30 in advance, $40 at the door. Ultimate VIP cost $200. Get your tickets today at the Wheat Church main office. Real beer is a carry. Fun, entertainment, music, love. Carry beer 246. Responsibly. Your soca passport. See you there. I can't predict the future, so I'm taking this full flight. That's why I live it for tonight.
Don't worry, get ready for one of the most celebrated Haitian compa bands, T-Vice. T-Vice. CPAF in collaboration with Typhus and Lido Baron Restaurants and Manet present the T-Vice live in concert on Friday, July 14th at the Strip Lade Coco 8 p.m. If you love T-Vice, you got to get loud. T-Vice. T-Vice. Also, Theo Cass, Elijah Bino, Dioscopa, Grand Black, DJ Bigger Sons and Madden, Prince Wallings and more. Partners include Digicel, TVS Radio Courts, Q95 FM, The Big Station, Deepex, Fine Food Inc. and more. Purchase tickets from Moonshine Pharmacy, Deepex Scholar Lab from now until June 30 at $40. July 1st to July 14th at $50. More at the door. T-Vice live in concert, July 14th at the Strip. Matesa.
All right, we have a few more minutes, and Gregory is still in the house. He is on the reunion committee. We're looking for a theme for 2018. Here's another one. Let's work towards plenty at 40. Let's work towards plenty at 40. Another one, working towards plenty at 40. We have another one as well. Shared opportunity at 40. All right? My theme, somebody says, for 2018 reunion, Scarrett must go in 2018 for Dominica to grow. Hello, talk to me. Hi. Hello.
Hello, yeah. Reunifying our efforts prior, during, and after reunion 2018.
Repeat.
Reunifying our efforts prior, during, and after reunion 2018.
Do you have that, Gary? All right, thank you. All right, let's move on. Hi.
Breaking down the barriers, bringing back love and peace for 2018.
Okay, thank you. Breaking down the barriers. Are you still there? for 2018. 449-3095-96 and 97. Hello. We'll take about 2 more phone calls and call it a wrap. In search of a theme for 2018 reunion. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Partnering, supporting, strengthening in 2018.
Partnering, that's a mouthful there.
Supporting.
Strengthening.
In 2018.
In 2018. All right. Our last 2 phone calls coming in now. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Dominica, united you stand, divided you fall. God bless you.
All right, Dominica. Divided we fall, united we stand. Hello, talk to me.
Yes, ma'am. For one and one for all. United we stand, divided we fall.
Gregory, we're going to take our final phone call and call it a wrap this afternoon here on the exercise to choose a theme for Reunion 2018. Caller, let's take a call. Hello. I think we missed that one. Are you there?
Yes, my theme is Come Home.
Your theme is simply Come Home.
Simply Come Home.
Let's go again, caller. I only heard Come Home.
It seems to me probably that was the theme.
Hello, maybe. Hi.
My theme is Quality Achievement for 2018.
Okay. Quality Achievement for 2018. Hi, hello.
Yes, Matt. Unite to Restore Dominica 2018.
Unite to Restore Dominica 2018. Mr. Roberts, the final words are yours. We're out of time.
Well, thanks to all the callers who contributed to the themes, and of course that will be put in the pot, and we will
do a mix.
Do a mix and come up with something.
All right.
That is, that really sort of cuts across the board. Let's put it that way. Yeah.
Beautiful exercise. Thank you, Mr. Gregory Roberts on the reunion committee there. Thank you. Thank you. All right, we'll come back right after this. Again, we'll bring you an update on the weather. Keep your eyes on the storm. We're coming back.
The 11 a.m. update for Monday, 19th June 2017. Potential tropical cyclone number 2 continues to move rapidly towards the southern Windward Islands. Tropical storm warnings are in effect for Trinidad, Tobago, Grenada, and the east coast of Venezuela. And tropical storm watches are in effect for Bonaire and Aruba. St. Vincent and the Grenadines and Barbados has discontinued the tropical storm warning for these islands. A tropical storm warning means that tropical storm conditions are expected somewhere within the warning area within 36 hours, and a tropical storm watch means that tropical storm conditions are possible within the watch area, generally within 48 hours. At 11 a.m., the disturbance was centered near latitude 8.8 degrees north, longitude 56.8 degrees west, or about 325 miles or 525 kilometers east-southeast of Trinidad. The system is moving quickly towards the west, near 25 miles per hour or 41 kilometers per hour, and the disturbance is expected to move through the southern Windward Islands tonight and Tuesday. Maximum sustained winds are near 40 miles per hour or 65 kilometers per hour with higher gusts. The disturbance is expected to be a tropical storm when it moves through the Windward Islands and eastern Venezuela tonight and Tuesday. Shower and thunderstorm activity associated with the disturbance continues to show signs of organization, and additional development is likely during the next couple of days. Tropical storm force winds now extend outwards up to 70 miles or 110 kilometers from the center. Tropical storm conditions are expected to first reach the warning areas overnight tonight, making outside preparation difficult and dangerous. The disturbance is expected to produce total rainfall accumulations of 2 to 4 inches over the Windward Islands Monday through Tuesday. Despite the fact that no watches or warnings has been issued for Dominica, residents are advised to monitor the progress of this system and to remain vigilant, as a feeder band from this system could move across the island, resulting in an increase in rainfall, possible thunderstorms, and gusty winds by tomorrow. And a flood watch or warning may be issued for Dominica. A small craft warning is already in effect for Dominica as of 6 p.m. yesterday to 6 p.m. on Tuesday for above normal seas and high winds. The Dominica Met Service will continue to monitor the situation and provide you with the necessary updates. The next update will be at 2 p.m. Marshall Alexander, weather forecaster, Dominica Meteorological Service.
An interesting revelation was made sometime this morning by opposition leader and leader of the United Workers' Party as it relates to, recommendations from that Commonwealth group in 2014. The interesting thing is that everybody's talking about why only now? That's what everybody's asking. Why now? And we'll give you a chance to listen again to the report. And I'm going to have one of the commissioners, our commissioners, to speak to why now. Did you know about this report a long time ago, or you only found out today? All right, so for now, we're going to play for you a report there from the leader of the United Workers' Party as it surfaced this morning. Many are now asking, why now? We're going to come back in a minute, right after this. Dominica, right after this.
Raise a cheer for the company that believes in you, securing your future. First Domestic Insurance Company, a 100% Dominican-owned company, as local as the street where you live. 100% secure, with A-listed reinsurers, the best in the world, settling claims first, fast, fair. Property insurance, personal content, fire and allied perils, loss of profit, public liability, employer's liability, group and individual personal accident, travel, burglary, cash in transit, machinery all risk, fidelity guarantee, motor vehicles and marine cargo. Located on King George Pep Street in Rosal. Call 449-8202. In Portsmouth, 445-3494. The agency's resource management, 440-2159. Carib Interconnect, 445-8232. First Domestic Insurance Company. Come get a premium quote today.
Okay, you want to, of course, engage Mr. Wayne James, who is a local commissioner, electoral commissioner, elections commissioner here, and want to put it to him. I'm sure he heard the report. I'm sure by now he should have read that report that is now surfacing on Q95. I'm sure the media as well will pick it up, and he'll talk to us about that, because we really need to know what is the secrecy about. Why only now? Mr. Wayne James, good afternoon to you, sir.
Good afternoon to you, Matthias Pelte Jr.
Yes.
And, I want to wish you belated Father's Day greetings.
I want to wish you all the same, sir.
And to all the fathers of Dominica. Also, the fathers who are Dominicans living overseas. Matt Pelte, thank you for the opportunity this afternoon. And as I have indicated before, when certain matters arises,
yes,
interesting times in this Commonwealth of Dominica. Matt Pelte, what I can say to Dominicans, both at home and overseas, and I want Dominicans, and you will understand that I always stress the young people of Dominica to listen to what I'm going to say this afternoon, because this is serious business.
Mm-hmm.
Matt Pelte, I want to put on the record that as a member of the Constitutional Electoral Commission, I have not received this report from the Electoral Commission. However, what I would like to say to Dominicans this afternoon, I was doing some work over the weekend because, as a commissioner, everyone knows where Mr. Shillingford and myself stand in relation to the amendments that the government wants to put to the Parliament of Dominica. And as such, when the Prime Minister adjourned the Parliament, the Prime Minister also addressed the nation. And one of the things that caught my attention was the Prime Minister indicated that he had support from international organizations in relation to these amendments. And as such, it prompted me to go to the various reports that was available in relation to the persons who were here for our elections in 2014. But I'll tell you who was here for our elections in 2014. We had persons from the OS. We had persons from CARICOM. And we had persons from the Commonwealth Secretariat. I want to report to the people of Dominica this afternoon, and I'll take my time on this, that I have in my possession a report from the OS, report from CARICOM, but at no time within the 2.5 years that I have been a member of the Electoral Commission, Mr. Shillingford and myself, and when I speak on these matters, I have the authority to speak for Mr. Shillingford. I am in no position this afternoon to say whether the other commissioners have seen this report, so I cannot speak for them. But what I can say is, after going through my file, I noticed that I did not have a report from the Commonwealth Mission. And as such, on Monday morning last week, I called the Chief Elections Officer and informed him that I was doing some work in relation to the Electoral Commission, and I had not seen the report from the Commonwealth Mission, who was here for elections in 2014. And I wanted to know whether most probably he had given it to us and had misplaced it, or we had never gotten it at all.
So you have never received a report from the Commonwealth?
Now, listen to what I'm saying, Matt.
Mm.
I asked the Chief Elections Officer whether they had given us a copy of that report, because I was seeing the OAS report, I was seeing the CARICOM report, but I was not seeing the report from the Commonwealth Mission.
Okay.
So I wanted to be sure. Most probably I could have misplaced it. So in conversation with him, he indicated to me that we had not gotten a copy of that report. But interestingly, he said to me that the government had gotten a draft copy of that report, and there were some issues with that report. The draft copy I'm speaking about. And as such, what he can advise me is to go on the site of the Commonwealth Secretariat. I will say to you, Matt Peltier, and to Dominicans, I felt disrespected because as a member of the Electoral Commission, it is the duty of the Commission to issue such reports to every single commissioner on this Electoral Commission. So, Matt, I took the advice of the Chief Elections Officer and I went on the site, I saw the report, I downloaded that report, and I have that report as I speak to you at this time. But remember, this is not a report that I got from the Electoral Commission, but I have the report in my possession. I listened this morning to Mr. Linton. And as Mr. Linton, I went through the report in its entirety. And Matt Peltier, Dominicans, young people of this country, I was shocked. I was embarrassed because I could not believe that I was reading black and white. And this is a report that the authorities would have had in their possession, and we as members of the commission had not even taken a second of our meeting to discuss such a damning report. This is a serious report. But Matt, before I go further, I just want to read something here. Please give me a little time, please, if you don't mind. The terms of reference for these persons from the Commonwealth Mission. And it reads, I'll go through it quickly, Matt.
Mm-hmm.
The terms of reference. The terms of reference for the mission were as follows. And I'm going to take my time on this. The mission is established by the Commonwealth Secretary General at the invitation of the Prime Minister of the Commonwealth of Dominica. The mission is to consider the various factors impinging on the credibility of the electoral process as a whole. It will determine in its own judgment whether the elections have been conducted according to the standards for democratic elections to which the country has committed itself with reference to national elections related legislation and relevant regional, Commonwealth, and other international commitments. So what I have just read there is that the government of Dominica has made certain commitments when it comes to the electoral process. It goes on further to say, the mission is to act impartially and independently. It has no executive role. Its functions is not to supervise, but to observe the process as a whole and to form a judgment accordingly. It would also be free to propose to the authorities concerned such action on institutional, procedural, and other matters as would assist the holding of such elections. The mission is to submit its report to the Commonwealth Secretary General, who will forward it to the Commonwealth of Dominica, the Electoral Commission, and leaders of political parties, and thereafter to all Commonwealth governments. And Matt, the last, the mission observers have been invited in the individual capacities. Within the above terms of reference, they will form an independent judgment, and the views the team expresses regarding the elections will be its own and not those either of their respective governments or of the Commonwealth Secretariat. Matt, what I have read here for you is something that I would like you to repeat, because the terms of reference is very important, so that this can sink in into every Dominican's head, because we're going to get into serious business. Matt, at this time, I cannot go into this report in its entirety. What I can request of you is I would like you to give Mr. Shillingford and myself some time before the week is end, so that we could come on one of your programs, preferably this program where we have more time, because this is important business.
It's a very damning report, huh?
Matt Peltier, I just said to you, as a commissioner, I felt embarrassed and I felt hurt. But let me say something to you, Matt Peltier, this afternoon. I want you to get in contact with Gerard Burton, because Gerard Burton is the chairman of the Electoral Commission.
Okay.
I would like you to get in touch with the chief elections officer, because what I noticed the other day, when these amendments, the illegal amendments that this government wanted to go to the parliament with, the chief elections officer found himself on a program with the attorney general talking complete foolishness, aided and abetted by one called Cecil Joseph on DBS Radio. And I was shocked as I sit at my home and listen, because I'm saying, why is it the chief elections officer is getting involved in this? Because this is political matters, you know. This is political matters, my brother. But you know what? On the Freedom Party has a program either Tuesday or Wednesday evenings. So on Monday, after I got hold of this report, I called their program after listening to Ken Fidal and the others there and so on. And I told them that we would want their assistance, because I have in my possession. And what I did is that I called Mr. Shillingford and told him, I want you to go to the site, because I want you to download the report. There's a serious report that we have not been privileged to see, and you need to have that in your possession, my brother man. So I called him, and he did. So Mr. Shillingford also has this report in his possession. But I want to put on the record again.
But let me ask you there, for clarification's sake, Mr. Wynne.
Yes.
Are you aware if government has received this report at all? What would you say? You said the commissioners have not seen it, but are you aware, because it's the Secretariat to Government report, are you aware if they have?
Matt Peltier, Wayne James cannot speak for the government of Dominica. I'm in no position to do that, my brother man. What I'm saying to you as we speak, this report is on the Commonwealth site. It means that you, Matt Peltier, can now, as you're speaking to me, you can go on the site and you can go and read that report. Every Dominican. And you know what is interesting? It says here, that this report will be going to all the heads of government in the region who are members of the Commonwealth, my brother man. So this is a report that is in every single leader of the Commonwealth hands at this time. And that is why I said I was doing some work, because I heard the Prime Minister said that he had support from international organizations in relation to the illegal amendments that he was going to the Parliament with. And I was concerned. But putting my hands on this report, I want this afternoon to challenge the Prime Minister of Dominica and to come clean with the people, the young people he pretends to love so much. Come clean with them and show them in writing, as I'm reading now, which one of these international organizations that have given him their blessings in relation to the illegal amendments that he was going to the Parliament, the People's Parliament of Dominica. Matt Peltier, as I request of you, I would like you to give Mr. Shillingford and I some time so that we can inform, because you see, we've promised that, to the people of Dominica, that whenever we find it necessary to inform them of what is going on with their business, because I've made it clear, the business of the Electoral Commission does not belong to Gerard Burton, Ali Clarence, Kondwani Williams, Hilary Shillingford, and Wayne James.
Well, the government, as you said, or the head of the commissioners there, will have to explain to the people of Dominica, why is this report so late?
And Matt, when I come on your program, before I end that program, God spare my life, there's something that after, I've not spoken to Mr. Shillingford about it, but when I speak to him about it, knowing the gentleman that he is, there's something that we will request before we end your program. Because never again in the history of Dominica should we allow these things to continue. And before I end, somebody called me, because I've been getting a lot of blows since morning, because people sending me WhatsApp, calling me.
You were hiding stuff, huh?
You and Hilary, or you talking so much, and you mean all you have that report, and all you have never said nothing to the people of Dominica. We're wondering about you all now. And I had to explain myself to some of them. But somebody called me this afternoon and indicated to me, and I don't know if you can get it, I beseech you to try to get it, that Mr. Tony Astafans was on one of the other radio stations, and indicating that the government, he basically said the government got that report, and he assisted the government and the chairman of the Electoral Commission to draft a response to the Commonwealth.
When did that happen? Because I didn't hear Mr. Tony Aston. When did that happen?
Somebody told me that happened today, and that's what I'm saying. I would like you to assist me
in getting that report,
because it would be interesting for me to hear it myself. So before I make any further statement on this, I want to ensure that this was said, because if this is true, Matt Peltier, you have not heard the last of this. I want to tell Dominicans, young people of Dominica, and as I told you, Matt, please get in touch with Gerard Burton. He's the chairman of the Electoral Commission. Get in touch with Mr. LaRock. Mr. LaRock could find it comfortable for him to go on DBS and to assist the Attorney General in talking foolishness. He must get the balls now to answer to you as to this report. He was the one who directed me on the site. He is the one, because I was doing the work for the people. So I'm asking you to call Gerard Burton, because as I said, I cannot speak for Kondwani and Alec in relation to this report, but I can speak for Mr. Shillingford and myself because I was the one who pointed out to Mr. Shillingford that we have serious business to deal with. Matt Peltier, young people of Dominica, Dominicans at home and overseas, this country, Dominica, is ours to build. And I'm saying, based on what I have read this report in its entirety. And for an election not to be fair in a country, to me, this is sufficient for the entire elections to be reversed. Because, you know, an election can be free, but when an election is not fair, it's a different kettle of fish. And the report is saying that the elections were not fair. Free means that you go about your business, no obstructions in going to vote and so on. When it says that the elections is not fair, what they mean is that there was one of the parties involved that had a serious advantage over the other parties. And we cannot be speaking about free and fair elections and to have the party in power having this advantage over the opposing parties.
All right, somebody's asking me to ask you. I don't know if you are aware, because it seems that the information is just forthcoming. Matt, can you ask Wayne if the Baroness have also received the report? Are you aware of that?
Well, based on the timeline here in relation to this report, I want to be fair to the Baroness. I would expect her to have read this report by now, but at the time of this election, the Baroness had not yet taken the post of Secretary General of the Commonwealth. But that report, as I said, it's on their website. So I would expect the Baroness to have a copy of that report. And if the Baroness, as she have indicated, loved Dominica so much, she should have gone and read that report just as I have done, Matt Peltier. And the Baroness should be asking the government of Dominica and the Electoral Commission by extension some serious questions based on the report that came from her organization. And Matt Peltier, before I leave, this is an organization that we have engaged in. We have brought these persons here from the Commonwealth Secretariat to assist us in, you know what, Matt? Putting ourselves in line with international best practices when it comes to election processes.
But I can tell you this report is going to go viral.
Matt Peltier, I want this report to go to every nook and cranny. This report has to go down in the history of Dominica. You understand? And when you hear the apologists, some of them who are doctors, some of them who have contract, they have retired but they have contract now, and talking this level of foolishness, I try to ask myself, Wayne, what has this little rock called Dominica have done to these individuals? As far as I know, this little rock called Dominican has done everything good for these individuals. And instead of repaying this little rock and the unfortunate persons in this country, these individuals believe that they can continue their personal agenda and not the private sector. You had a Jamaican gentleman here recently. There are some heavy players in the private sector. They need to go on the site and read this report for themselves because they must understand. Look at what is happening in Dominica. Look at over the weekend. All this madness that is taking place in Dominica. We need to step back as a country and ask ourselves, where did this come from? And I'll never forget before I leave. There's this famous quote from the head of Dominica that no law and no constitution will stop him from doing what he wants to do. But what I can say to Dominicans, that Mr. Shillingford and I will do everything within the law to enlighten them, and at the end of the day, they will determine which direction this country takes. Matt Peltier, thank you very much for the opportunity, and as soon as you...
We'll be talking, and as soon as I'm ready, I'll let you know, okay?
Thank you very much. God bless you, my brother.
God bless you, my brother. Let's listen again to Lennox Linton this morning.
2014, the Prime Minister invited the Commonwealth to send a team of observers for the election of December 8th, 2014. The Commonwealth sent in that team. The team made its observations, and a report was issued. Have you ever seen the report, Matt?
No, I haven't seen any report. As a matter of fact, sometime 2 weeks ago, I met with a very interesting source, and I was asking, did you recommend a report, anything to the government of Dominica? I've never seen any report from any of the observers.
Well, we've seen...
Is that available?
Well, I now have a copy of the report.
Only now?
No, a couple of weeks ago, because I've been studying it.
Okay.
I have a copy of the report which I requested from the technical team that from the Commonwealth that has visited Dominica and is working with the Commonwealth, with the Electoral Commission. They spoke to us in the context of that exercise, giving technical assistance on electoral reform to the Electoral Commission. And I asked for a copy of the 2014 report. I have a copy of the 2014 report. And a number of questions arising out of that. The only thing I want to do this morning, Matt, is to read part of the conclusion of that report, where it states,
It appears that this is surfacing publicly for the first time.
I don't know. You said you've never seen it. I've told you that I got this report for the first time within the last 2 weeks. Okay? And it says, the mission concludes, however, that the election, and we're talking here about the election of 2014, December 8th, 2014, was not necessarily fair due to the lack of balance and in some cases lack of professionalism of the media, the absence of campaign finance regulations, and the resultant lack of transparency on financing, coupled with the exponentially increased expense associated with campaigning, multiple instances of treating and bribery, including the transportation of electors to the island to vote, and the apparent abuses of incumbency, including a lack of impartiality in the provision of public services. We therefore propose the following recommendations.
Oh boy. 206. We're talking about May 2014, 2015, 16, 17. Almost 3 years later, we're hearing this from the Commonwealth. I wonder what the Baroness would have to say at this time. 44930959697. Talk to me. Hello, caller, are you there? Caller, are you there? I don't know what's going on. For some reason, we're not connecting here. Let's try another phone call. Hello, caller.
Hello, good afternoon, Matt.
Well,
Matt, this report from the Commonwealth, and we have to remember, put that in proper perspective.
Mm-hmm.
The Commonwealth is one of the biggest organizations in the world, Matt.
Yes.
Headed by the Queen. And when the Commonwealth is telling us that the elections of 2014 was not fair, it tells you that when sportsmen participate in sports and they won and it wasn't fair, the medal is taken away from them. This report tells you that Lennox Linton, the political leader of the United Workers' Party, has been right all along. He and his organization has been right all along that the election was stolen. And his fight for electoral reform was right and correct. And he and his party must continue to fight for the electoral reform to so that another report will not reflect this report. And where is Mr. Burton? Wonder why are individuals damaging his vehicle? Is it because he is not efficient in the execution of the duties of the Electoral Commission?
But it's not something you should condone, huh?
You need to call Mr. Burton. Not individuals fight and die for the democratic process in their countries. You think it's easy for an individual to say, let me go through the democratic process to elect a government, and the incumbent, the Dominican Labour Party, continue to steal the elections? You hear us spoke about bringing down voters? Matt, there is a gentleman that built a $500,000 home at Bonn. He was at my place boasting that he got hundreds of thousands of dollars to bring down people to vote. He told me he was in charge of a jet that slept at the Menvinol airport for days. Is this fair? Mr. Linton, you have to continue the struggle. We have to continue to mobilize the people of this country to get rid of this criminal enterprise that is presently in government illegally because of their illegal means, Matthias Pelte Jr. The most powerful, the biggest organization in the world, the Commonwealth, has said to them in their face that the elections was not fair. Now they have a senior council preparing a response. We don't know response from senior council. Thank you very much, Matt.
Thank you very much. Somebody was also suggesting to me a minute ago that it's been suggested by government operators that this may be a collision between the Commonwealth and the opposition. Hello, talk to me. Interesting times. 210 is the afternoon time here on Q95. Living in interesting times, almost 3 years after receiving a report. Why now? Hello, I am being told by my sources that Commonwealth sent off that report a very long time ago. Why are we only receiving this now? Hello. 449-3095 9697. Talk to me.
Good afternoon to you.
How you doing, my brother?
And your listeners, Matt.
Uh-huh.
Matt, I will continue to speak on the issues that are plaguing my country.
Uh-huh.
Because when you see injustice, when you hear about injustice and you say and do nothing about it, then it will just continue. As I am in no doubt that this government, they knew about that report.
Uh-huh.
And they are so brazen, headed by Roosevelt Skerrit, knowing that the report clearly said that the last election was not fair. It was free in their mind because people went about their daily business, going and vote, nobody harassed them per se. But when it goes to say that the election was not fair, it means one party had an unfair advantage. And if these people can come out and say that in that report, Matthias Pelte, we have been saying that on the ground for a very long time. And I said before, I am in no doubt that Roosevelt Skerrit and this administration knew about that report. And their knowing about that report is so brazen now. Adding insult to injury, is trying to go to Parliament now, the highest body of the land, to basically rub that injury in the Dominican faces now by amending the laws to legalize bribery and treating, my brother. But if we, the Dominican people, continue to slip, then Roosevelt Skerrit and his gang will continue to have their way. But I am saying, as a citizen of my country, as a patriot of my country, I will not stand for that. And Roosevelt Skerrit and this gang, they can jump high they can jump low. These things, as it pertains to electoral reform, it must fix so that Dominican can regain its democracy. Because, Matthias Pelte, what we have now in Dominica, my brother, parading as a democracy, we are not. We are only democratic on the books. But when you come down to the nitty-gritty of things, my brother, we are not a democratic state. You have the government have DBS radio under their clutches. You have GIS under their clutches. You have the electoral office under their clutches. You have every institution of state that's supposed to be free and fair to give us, the people of Dominica, some level of fairness as it pertains to a democracy or rights in this country. You have this government basically pushing their tentacles far and wide to make sure that they remain in power. What does that mean for us as a people, Matthias Pelte? Matt, we will continue to resist. We will continue to regurgitate against those unjust laws. And finally, Matt, it was Martin Luther King who said, any unjust law in a country, the people reserve the right to protest, to demonstrate against any and every unjust law. And that we will continue to do. Thanks for the opportunity.
Interesting times, they say we live in Dominica. What is the response? I haven't heard from the senior council. Are you planning a response? Hello, talk to me.
Good afternoon, Matt.
Uh-huh.
No matter, I just reading the report there,
Yes.
Somebody sent me a copy of it.
Mm-hmm.
And, Matt, some of the things, well, not some of the things, all the things that the opposition have been advocating since this last election, and even before, from going way back, almost from 2004, this is exactly what this report is confirming. I see an area where they talk about even the polling station where you have to stay, where you have to be no closer than 100 yards from the polling station.
Mm-hmm.
This is something that is abused, Matt. I remember when I ran for elections in 2000 against the late Rosie Douglas. Every polling station that I go to, as a candidate, you make your wrongs in the polling stations and make sure everything is going on. Every polling station I go to, the Labour Party have their agents outside just a few feet away when the law says 100 yards.
Okay.
And Matt, when I went to Bonn and Dodan is part of the Portsmouth constituency. So when I went up at Bonn to check the polling station at Bonn, same thing happening again, just a little hedge. What's the name of that wood again? Boavin hedge, that is separating the polling station from the agent standing right there. I would say maybe no more than about 10, 12 feet when the law says 100 yards. But when I saw that, man, that just really broke my arm. Because I say, boy, how do you fight these guys? Because you just don't have a level playing field. They claim they're strong. They always boast in how they're strong. But they just refuse to have a free and fair election where all parties are equal going in. They just refuse to have it. And yet still they boasting and beating their chest how they're strong, they're strong, they're strong. Remember after the last election in 2014, Matt, a few days after that, there was big celebration in Barbados. There was a crew from Barbados who were celebrating, taking credit for the election victory in Dominica. They said they had a team. Hello?
Go ahead, sir, go ahead.
Yes, they said they had a team of Bajans on the ground in Dominica and another team in Barbados. They coordinated the airlift of people. Matt, you can remember that?
Yes.
They said they coordinated the airlift of people to come down here, and they were actually celebrating and taking credit for the election in Dominica. And then after now, this government comes and they beat their chest, they win 15 seats or 17 or how many seats they win. Matt, I don't know, but this report is a very, very damning report. It's a very, very serious document. And I just hope as many people as possible. Matt, when you look at educated, there are so many educated people within the ranks of.
And some of them, sir, will ignore it, huh?
Yeah. There's so many of them. I know a lot of them. I have almost as many friends in the Labour Party as I have in the UWP. So I have a lot of friends in the Labour Party, very educated. And they know those things, and they will see it, and they will read it, and then they just say to heck with it. Because they're on boards, they're on different boards, and they're rubbing shoulders, and they get in their kickbacks, and whatever it is they get in. Nobody wants to rock the boat. Nobody wants to do something for Dominica. For Dominica, everybody's concerned about themselves, what they can get for themselves. What about Dominica? What about our children and our grandchildren? Is it all about us? Most of us have passed, our prime already, and we counting our ways, back down to the grave.
Mm-hmm.
What about the young people? Do they care about the young people of this country? Matt, this is really, really a shame. I'm out of words, Matt. That's a rarity because I normally always have a lot of words.
Mm-hmm.
But I just feel a little choked up this afternoon.
All right, caller, thank you. It's 2:18. A lot more calls are coming in. Hello.
Good afternoon, Mr. Peltier. How are you?
I'm okay, sir.
Okay. Mr. Peltier and the listeners, everyone. So you understand now why the Labour Party tried to rush through Parliament 3 readings of the proposed amendments to the election laws of Dominica to make legal what they knew was illegal, identified by international agencies as bad practice with respect to free and fair elections. So they knew, and it is alleged they knew the results of the case that is now before the courts with respect to the treating and the review that was done by the High Court. It went back to the lower court without even informing the litigants. And they have had this report in their hands for years, probably more than a year, where it's been alleged that the chairman of the commission has discussed it. And yet he's there to represent the people and to be objective and ensure free and fair elections. So when Dominicans stand up and say, we shall not have another election in Dominica without electoral reform and meaningful electoral reform, they can do what they want, it will not happen. We shall not have another one. Because the Dominica Labour Party is bent on stealing elections and continue to know that the only way they can win elections in Dominica by stealing it, and the Dominican populace, the patriots of this country, must give everything they have to make sure that it does not happen again.
The question is somebody's asking, Matt, are Dominicans or will Dominicans sit by and do nothing? 2:20 is the afternoon time. Listen again to Mr. Lennox Linton, who broke the news this morning.
In 2014, the Prime Minister invited the Commonwealth to send a team of observers for the election of December 8th, 2014. The Commonwealth sent in that team. The team made its observations, and a report was issued. Have you ever seen the report, Matt?
No, I haven't seen any report. As a matter of fact, sometime 2 weeks ago, I met with a very interesting source, and I was asking, did you recommend a report, anything to the government of Dominica? I've never seen any report from any of the observers.
Well, we've seen...
Is that available?
I now have a copy of the report.
Only now?
No, a couple of weeks ago, because I've been studying it.
Okay.
I have a copy of the report which I requested from the technical team from the Commonwealth that has visited Dominica and is working with the Commonwealth, with the Electoral Commission. They spoke to us in the context of that exercise, giving technical assistance on electoral reform to the Electoral Commission. And I asked for a copy of the 2014 report. I have a copy of the 2014 report. And a number of questions arising out of that. The only thing I want to do this morning, Matt, is to read part of the conclusion of that report, where it states, quote,
it appears that this is surfacing publicly for the first time.
I don't know. You said you've never seen it. I've told you that I got this report for the first time within the last 2 weeks. Okay? And it says, the mission concludes, however, that the election and we're talking here about the election of 2014, December 8th, 2014, was not necessarily fair due to the lack of balance and in some cases lack of professionalism of the media, the absence of campaign finance regulations, and the resultant lack of transparency on financing, coupled with the exponentially increased expense associated with campaigning, multiple instances of treating and bribery, including the transportation of electors to the island to vote, and the apparent abuses of incumbency, including a lack of impartiality in the provision of public services. We therefore propose the following recommendations.
When the union's inspirations through
Tuesday, June 20th, Decision Day, 4:30 p.m. The Dominica Public Service Union calling on all its members to a very special meeting. Tuesday, June 20th, Decision Day, 4:30 p.m. Come and discuss salary negotiations.
We're coming to get our check.
The government and the DPSU. Let your voice be counted. The strength of many, the power of one. United in purpose, united in action. Get your t-shirts today, only $15. The Dominica Public Service Union special meeting, Tuesday, June 20th, Decision Day, 4:30 p.m.
makes us strong.
It's 2:25. We continue to talk here. The Commonwealth basically is saying there, Commonwealth observers, that the election may have been free but not fair. For 4493095, 4493096. Hello, talk to me.
Yes, ma'am. Good afternoon, Matt.
Good afternoon to you, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. These people have nothing to say to us about any report or their business. Because, Matt, they're busy. What they're doing, they are organizing CO, giving out money and things and other things. And so they have no business to tell us about any report that they get concerning the country. And that is what I myself...
Well, they may not have to tell you, but the report is out there. Everybody will see.
Oh, okay then.
All right, thank you very much. Hello. It's on the website. Hey.
Yes, Matt.
Mm-hmm.
I want to congratulate the leader of the opposition for doing a very good job.
Right.
Usually he does that easily. He informs the people. He explains well. And I think generally we can call him believable Leonard Clinton.
Mm-hmm.
That is the man's name, yes. So hats off to him. And, it is very important that we take note that when the Prime Minister said that no recommendations came to him or no other option came to him, then Mr. Clinton revealed what actually came to him. You cannot tell me you brought an observer mission there or election delegation to observe our election. We have been saying all along that the election consists of fraudulent behaviors and a lot of misconduct in attitudes by the government. And the observers themselves, they don't live there, but was able in one day to observe and report to you, telling you straight in your face that, look, sir, you brought me there, but the report I am giving you needs some attention because, of course, there's voter fraud. In whatever form, some people might say minuscule or what. And Matt, I don't know if the government thinks as if that people don't know what is going on. You cannot tell me you have a voters list. That is bloated. Or you can have 65 to almost close to the population of people registered. How can you do that? How can you have a list like that? And people saying it's the responsibility of the opposition to go and get people, take up people on the list. Matt, that's what they pay the electoral office people for, you know. The government machinery is there so that you can verify. They can easily call the registry and get to know all deaths. In fact, what they should be doing as part of their job is to be monitoring deaths as they come along and as they announce. Go and verify that yes, you have a death certificate and they strike off the name. That's what they have to do. That's their job. If the opposition wants to do it, yes, they can get involved and engage in it. But these guys must do. I mean, you have brought many names forward to them in Roseau Central, and they have not removed the names. So they have some intention. So I'm going to say that, to be honest, I know them guys are fed up with these guys, and they know that, and they will not do anything. They think that could jeopardize their chances of remaining still in the election. However, I believe people, fundamentally, we can do it. Let us remove this.
Somebody says to me, if you stole a game, or if you cheated at the game, then you should give the person the trophy back, huh?
Well, you see, maybe that sounds nice and so. It's not to say nobody wants to play a game of cheating. I mean, cheating, because cheating, nobody wants to play that game. But I'm saying, Matt, the people can do it. We have enough people that can just say, let us take out the government there, because these guys are intimidating people. And when someone intimidates you, the best you can do is remove them. People in the diaspora are called to you now. Look out for when it is called, the day the electoral bell is rung, so that you can take your leave. Once your name is on the list, come out and remove those guys for us. Please, let us all do it collectively. These guys are called, government guys going nowhere with these guys. And we need to do it collectively. We can do it. We can do it. Let us go and do it. Thank you, Matt, for the opportunity.
Okay, my brother. Thank you very much. Hello.
Yes, good afternoon, Matt. Matt, the election from day one, the night of the election, was not fair. Because Bell's population is about maybe 200. And when Miss Monel Williams was winning, or they that disclosed that she won, there was a stock of people in a hotel that just stopped going towards the polling station to vote. And Bells do not have that population. So from day one, night one, the election was unfair. Goodbye, man.
Goodbye to you. Somebody says he should vacate his office because through this gift to his mother, he has compromised his very important office, which is key to our democracy. Let's take another phone call. Hello.
Yes, good afternoon, Matt.
Good afternoon.
Matt, I have a true belief that why I went to Parliament with that piece of legislation is because I've already studied that report from the Commonwealth people. So right now, I'm calling every Dominican to sacrifice their life. If at all this bill go back to Parliament, we know our blood will stay around Parliament building. But
friend, I keep talking to you. Every time you call, there's an echo in the background and I get a feedback. So I don't hear really what you want to say. So please call back and turn down the volume on your radio, okay? We don't want that feedback. Thank you again. It's 2:31. We have just about 29 more minutes. Hello.
Matt.
Talk to me.
Matt, when two parties go up for election,
yes,
the day of election, take for instance the state, you don't hear where the different people, the one in opposition and the then ruling party, you doesn't hear where they tell you these people are out of adults in hiding then, in waiting for results from here, either big hotel or wherever. Where was the Supremo on election day? Think fast. Who was in Grand for election morning? You forget?
Yes, I remember. You know you remember. So you asked me the question that you haven't answered to.
Yeah, I know that you're afraid of answering. Matt, je vais tuer yo ba mon souple. Tuer yo, thank you.
All right, I'll try that. Hello, talk to me.
Good afternoon, Matt, and good afternoon to your listeners at home.
Good afternoon to you. Good afternoon.
Matt,
I'm here.
When Roosevelt Skerrit started in the election, he had a thing saying, God is good.
Mm-hmm.
All the time, and God is good. Well, right now I'm telling him and the Labour Party, God is good. And bye-bye and good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you. We're taking a break and then we're coming back. We have just about 27 more minutes. We come back after this.
Caribbean Hype 246 2017. Your official international passport to soca music. Saturday, July 1st, and it all kicks off at 8 p.m. Performing live. Major Mystic. Hype DJ. Also on the lineup, DJ Shop. Your band. Triple K International. The first Serenade band. Performing straight from Trinidad. Traveling the voice. Lyrical. GBM Neutron. And from Barbados, Hyper Sound. This is one event you don't want to miss for the summer. Saturday, July 1st. Tickets cost $30 in advance, $40 at the door. Ultimate VIP costs $200. Get your tickets today at the Wheat Church main office. Real beer is a Carib. Fun, entertainment, music, love. Carib Beer 246. Responsibly. Your soca passport. See you there. I can't predict the future, so I'm taking this full flight. That's why I live it for tonight.
When the union's inspirations through
Tuesday, June 20th, Decision Day, 4:30 p.m. The Dominica Public Service Union calling on all its members to a very special meeting. Tuesday, June 20th, Decision Day, 4:30 p.m. Come and discuss salary negotiations.
We're coming to get our check.
The government and the DPSU. Let your voice be counted. The strength of many, the power of one. United in purpose, united in action. Get your t-shirts today, only $15. The Dominica Public Service Union special meeting, Tuesday, June 20th, Decision Day, 4:30 p.m.
Beat the heat with an air conditioning unit from Esar Trading Limited. Esar Trading Limited since 2003 have supplied top quality air conditioning units at unbeatable prices. We offer both regular energy efficient units and inverted units from Ox, King Air and TCL. In addition to our quality units and best prices, we also carry full range of parts. So buy wisely and save. Visit Esar Trading Limited on 106 Independence Street or the Canefield Distributing Center.
It's 2:35 in the afternoon. Or it has been called a damning report. So it was just revealed today by the Commonwealth Observer Mission that the election in 2014, the December 8th, was not fair. It may have been free, but not fair, according to that report. I wonder how the Dominica Labour Party is going to respond. I'm going to talk to my good friend Blessings, who's just stopped in for another reason to make a few comments on what he has heard. Hello, talk to me.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, yes.
Tell me something. Is there anything we can do legally about that?
I don't know. I'm still trying to find out. Well, from what I gather, the senior counsel may have a response sometime today or tomorrow. I don't know what's going on.
Okay. Thank you.
But, somebody's saying to me, Matt, if you're playing a game and you won unfairly, you should give somebody else the trophy, the other side of the trophy. Are they willing to give that side the trophy? I don't know. 237, hello.
Yes, Matt. Good afternoon to you and to your listeners.
Hey, my friend, you're calling from London now, huh?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Matt, I heard one of the callers a while ago referring to the cleansing of the list and why it is not being done.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's quite obvious why it's not being done, because the solution that the government has proposed or wished to propose in Parliament was in direct response to that question.
Mm-hmm.
I say so because basically, the number of people on the list who should no longer be on the list or should no longer be entitled to legally cast a vote because they've been outside of Dominica for more than 5 years. My name is on that list, and I would not be legally voting if I were to go home now unless I satisfy the requirements to be resident for at least a 3-month period.
Okay.
In order for me to automatically be entitled legally. Now, what they got wishing to propose in Parliament was to create a law that would allow for the Electoral Commission to decide on locations in the diaspora where they can do re-registration or registration of new voters. Now, the re-registration would be re-registration of persons effectively whose names are on the list, just like myself, okay? But you would go in there and you would re-register and get a confirmation certificate that you have re-registered. And by so doing, they would entitle you to vote again, just as if you had re-registered, you had satisfied the 3-month requirement of residence in Dominica. So effectively, the persons who are on that list, who would not be entitled to legally vote now, once that exercise took place in the diaspora, they would be able to come back to Dominica whenever the election is called and vote legally with no problem at all. So that shows that, you know, the government's intention is to leave the list as it is, to have the numbers there, but to just re-register those who are not entitled to vote legally now by that exercise. So that is one of the reasons why we have to be very cautious with that.
Have you received that report?
Yeah, I have the report, and I'm going to read it. I haven't read it yet. I'm going to read it.
I'm advising you to go through this with a fine tooth comb, okay? There's a lot to see. Hello, talk to me.
Yes, man.
Uh-huh.
Man, when you tell you about this, we need a public, a massive meeting tonight on that.
I said to you, I mean, we'll take a few more phone calls. Blessings, he's been listening in amazement. Blessings, what's going on? Yes, you're on, my brother, you're on.
Yeah, mad blessings to you. And as you said, I passed there for different reasons, but just, you know.
Yeah, we will
thing.
entertain you for a few minutes.
Yeah, Matt, the question is, when was that report submitted to the government of Dominica?
I've been asking that question all afternoon. Nobody seemed to have.
Yeah, because that is the salient interest where I am taking a look at it. Because if it's 2 years later, I do not think it was from the observers sending the report 2 years later. I think somebody...
Your own observations.
My own observation, my deepest gut suspicion.
I'll tell you, I met with somebody close to that team there, observers team, last week in another meeting. And, you know, I wouldn't say it was a he or she, but she said, no, I'm saying she. The person said, are you not in receipt of that report? That was out a long time ago.
Oh, so that is the main thing, Matt. Look at the violation.
Why the secret?
Look at the violation, Matt.
Yes.
I am saying I heard Roosevelt Skerritt, and I'm not quoting him verbatimly on DBS. He was saying that having the observers in Dominica, the Constitution does not even make provisions for that. And that is illegal, or supposed to be. And he said all that need to be taken into consideration to really make it where the whole thing about electoral reform is concerned, to really iron it out. So when they're being invited, that they would be legal. Who invited them, Matt? Matt, this country no longer constitution seems to be infesting and infecting everybody and everywhere. And that is the main thing, because the brother, as I told you, I'm not quoting him word for word, Matt, but I heard him on DBS saying that, you know, the observers being into Dominica, there is not no constitutional provision.
You know, and something very interesting just came up, and somebody just sending me a WhatsApp message. Called me. It wasn't a WhatsApp message. Called me quietly. He was listening to the other radio station, and the operator's on the other radio station was basically saying, it is because of the opposition. Like the opposition is working closer. You see what is going on?
Yeah,
I was looking for somebody to blame.
Yeah, and it is deliberate, it's systematic, because guess what? They're feeding on the ignorance of the people. What they're doing, I talk about the power of perception, Matt. Yes. The people is going to listen to Tony say something, a complete distortion. Pulling or twisting that thing out of its original position and say, oh, look, it's the opposition, and all of a sudden they're going to discredit the report.
I have concluded the blessings that one of these days somebody's going to step out, one of the operatives of the Labour Party, or maybe the Prime Minister himself, and say, look up, the sky is red. And they will believe some of that.
You should have listened to Ivan and I on DBS this morning, boy, Matt.
You serious? I'll get a copy of that.
But you should have listened.
You were on DBS radio?
Not. I called into.
Oh, you calling? Okay. Hello, talk to me.
Yes. Good afternoon, Matt.
Matt,
I cannot hear the discussion at all because it will be in the next half an hour. It will be like 24 hours since we're without cable.
Oh, so you're having some problems connected there on the internet?
Big problem.
All right, we'll try to see if we can rectify that for you, okay? Hello, talk to me. Are you there, caller?
You heard me?
Yes, I'm hearing you.
Matt, on the 8th of February, Skerrit came and said that the United Workers' Party come and overthrow him the day of the meeting. Well, right now, you know what we need to do? We need to go and reshuffle him right now, he and all his cabinets. Thank you.
Yes, you can reshuffle. You can recommend that he reshuffles. You cannot just walk in and decide, yo, you should go, huh? 4493095. It's just a recommendation from you at this time. Will they take you seriously? I don't know. I really don't know. 4493095. We have to take another call. Hello. Hi.
How are you? How was your Father's Day?
My Father's Day was fine. Although I'm saying all morning, I don't think that the mothers treated the fathers as well as we treat them. That's what I was saying.
Father's Day.
Blessings, they tell you. Blessings, why do they treat us that way?
A guy said that men are like breadfruit. When they fall, they rotten.
Right.
Women are like bread nut. When they fall, they grow.
Okay.
So no wonder Father's Day. You just finish.
Hello, talk to me. All right, somebody else is on the phone. Hello. Hi.
You know that blame game thing just cannot work, But listen to the Labour Party. They said Mr. Linton is a rookie. He doesn't know anybody internationally. The United Workers' Party haven't got any links. They have all the links. But whenever they have to play the blame game, the United Workers become the party.
Okay.
Because they colluding with Hillary Clinton. That's what Tony Stefan said when that rejecting comment, that Hillary Clinton colluding with the United Workers' Party. Now they're trying to say the Commonwealth colluding with the United Workers' Party. And all international organization is colluding with the United Workers' Party. So what that tells the United Workers' Party is the party that has the international links. So the United Workers' Party is the party that can bring development to Dominica. Thank you very much, Matt.
Thank you, too. We have 14 more minutes. The clock is ticking away here, and everybody is calling. Hello.
Matt, boy, Q95. You see right now, Matt?
Yes.
We have a problem, Because as the bomb is bursting, the time bomb is bursting, and we are not hearing it, we are missing the ringleader. And Matt, I am calling on the ringleader. Wherever you are, Mr. Angelo, let us know what is happening, because you had all the information right and target, and the bomb is bursting. Mr. Avandale, where you go and hide where Angelo go?
Angelo. We keep saying, people missing Angelo Alain, huh? Hello?
Let me just say something quickly.
Go ahead, my brother.
What I am seeing, Matt, Dominicans, particularly those people that are obsessed with Roosevelt Skerrit, they claim to love him. Nobody who loves somebody and cannot claim to love somebody and cannot tell them when they're wrong, that is not love. That is an obsession, a preoccupation with the person. And Matt, they create an infallibility of Roosevelt Skerrit, a man that is not liable to do any wrong. Or the Labour Party cannot.
So Roosevelt Skerrit is never wrong.
No, he's not, and that is where, Matt, I telling you, Dominica, we are in a dangerous predicament. And I keep warning Carlisle, I keep warning you. Don't care about me. I don't want to say too much about me, but Matt, really and truly, these guys will stop at nothing. If these guys can use an organization like that and try to soil them up with the parliamentary, not soil up in the sense of the parliamentary opposition is soiled up, but what I'm saying, have them tying them up with the opposition, conspiring to come out with a report in the favor of the country, not the opposition. Is in the favor of the country. Is the truth they deal with an international organization like that?
I'm saying they were asked by the Prime Minister to come
in.
To come.
And no,
they were invited.
Sometime last week, Matt, I just forget to check the date and the time and the day for me to tell somebody, do a bit of research and hear what Roosevelt Skerrit is saying on DBS, talking about the illegality of the OAS mission coming to Dominica to observe our elections. It was ridiculous. It was insane, Matt. And inane. It was silly as well.
When we come back, we'll give you an update on the weather. I'm being told that we may have some bad weather ahead, okay? So keep your eyes on the storm. We're going to come back right after this break.
Caribbean Hype 246 2017. Your official international passport to soca music. Saturday, July 1st, and it all kicks off at 8 p.m. Performing live. Major Mystic. Hype DJ. Also on the lineup, DJ Shop. Your band. Triple K International. The first Serenade band. Performing straight from Trinidad. Traveling the voice. Lyrical. GBM Neutral. And from Barbados, Hyper Sound. This is one event you don't want to miss for the summer. Saturday, July 1st. Tickets cost $30 in advance. $40 at the door. Ultimate VIP cost $200. Get your tickets today at the Whitchurch main office. Real beer is a Carib. Fun, entertainment, music, love. Carib beer 246. Responsibly. Your soca passport. See you there.
Meteorological service at the Douglas Charles Airport for today, Monday, June 19th, 2017, recorded at 12 noon. The conditions at the Douglas Charles Airport were cloudy and breezy. Surface winds east-south easterly at 12 knots or 22 kilometers per hour. Present temperature 30 degrees Celsius or 86 degrees Fahrenheit. The conditions at the Canefield Airport were cloudy. Surface winds east-south easterly at 8 knots or 15 kilometers per hour. Present temperature 32 degrees Celsius or 90 degrees Fahrenheit. The weather outlook for Dominica and the Lesser Antilles. Potential tropical cyclone number 2 located in the tropical Atlantic about 325 miles east-southeast of Trinidad continues to show some signs of organization. Regardless of development, gusty winds, shower, and thunderstorm activity are expected across the island by Tuesday. Persons in areas prone to flooding, landslides, and falling rocks are advised to be vigilant and to exercise caution during tomorrow. Moderate to rough seas are expected during the next 24 to 48 hours, with waves peaking near 10 feet on today. A further increase to peak near 12 feet is expected on Tuesday. As a result, a small craft warning is in effect for above normal seas and high winds. All users of the sea are advised to exercise extreme caution. The Meteorological Service will continue to monitor the situation, and the public is advised to keep informed on this system. The synopsis: potential tropical cyclone approaching the southern portion of the Windward Islands. The forecast for this afternoon and tonight is partly cloudy, to cloudy, hazy, and breezy, with a few brief scattered showers. The wind is expected to come from the east through to the east-southeast at 20 to 45 kilometers per hour. Sea conditions moderate to rough in open water, with waves 2.5 to 3 meters or 8 to 10 feet. A small craft warning is in effect for above normal seas and high winds. Please remember that we are in the hurricane season. For updated information on weather conditions, log on to our website at weather.gh.gov. www.mayors.gov.dm or call our weather hotline at 447-5555. From the Douglas Charles Airport, I am Cheyenne Odin.
Okay, Miss Cheyenne Odin, thank you very much. 2:52 is that time in the afternoon. We come back after this.
When the union's inspirations through
Tuesday, June 20th, Decision Day, 4:30 p.m. The Dominica Public Service Union calling on all its members to a very special meeting. Tuesday, June 20th, Decision Day, 4:30 p.m. Come and discuss salary negotiations.
We're coming to get our check.
The government and the DPSU. Let your voice be counted. The strength of many, the power of one. United in purpose, united in action. Get your t-shirts today, only $15. The Dominica Public Service Union special meeting, Tuesday, June 20th, Decision Day, 4:30 p.m.
Beat the heat with an air conditioning unit from Esar Trading Limited. Esar Trading Limited since 2003 have supplied top quality air conditioning units at unbeatable prices. We offer both regular energy efficient units and inverted units from Ox, King Air and TCL. In addition to our quality units and best prices, we also carry full range of parts. So buy wisely and save. Visit Esar Trading Limited on 106 Independence Street or the Canefield Distributing Center.
When the union's inspirations through
Tuesday, June 20th, Decision Day, 4:30 p.m. The Dominica Public Service Union calling on all its members to a very special meeting. Tuesday, June 20th, Decision Day, 4:30 p.m. Come and discuss salary negotiations.
We're coming to get our check.
The government and the DPSU. Let your voice be counted. The strength of many, the power of one. United in purpose, united in action. Get your t-shirts today, only $15. The Dominica Public Service Union special meeting, Tuesday, June 20th, Decision Day, 4:30 p.m.
makes us strong.
Okay, we're going to be wrapping up in the next 5 minutes. If you're going to call, you better call now. Listen, somebody called David is saying hi to you. Somebody's asking me, Matt, if you have a population of 73,000 people, how do you have voters on the list of 70,000? What happened to the babies and those who can't vote? Hey caller, are you there? Let's take a final phone call and wrap it up for the afternoon. Hello.
Yes, good afternoon, Matt, and good afternoon to my friend Blessings in the house.
Good afternoon, yes.
To the Dominican public. Matt, somebody asked about if we can take the matter to court.
Right.
Court, Matt.
What?
Do you know that everything Skerrit says, oh, go to court?
Uh-huh.
Do you know why he's so confident that we go to court and he cannot lose, Matt? Matt, if you have judges that are predetermined not to rule against the government, Matt, going to court is what, Matt? You remember in the case with his citizenship, Matt, he holds a French passport. The court said he's not required to bring it to court, and he's not even required to appear in court, Matt. Matt, we would have to remove all those judges that are on the bench. And by the way, Matt, the lawyer that was saying I'm talking rubbish, I would like him to call Matt, because since he's a lawyer, and guide us and give us information on the law, because in the absence of information, we must speculate. So to prevent this speculation, people like him must call abolish his fear and call and tell us why is it that a report that should have come out at most a month or two after the election is now in the hands of the opposition. Only now, while the government has already responded. And why has the Prime Minister not informed the electorate of that report?
The government has responded? I'm not too sure about that, though. Are you there? Go ahead.
They have already responded. At least they got it long before the opposition.
Oh, is that what you're suggesting? I don't have that information, sir.
Well, then people must come out and give us the information so we won't speculate.
All right, caller, thank you very much. We'll take one final phone call.
The heat with an air conditioning unit from ESA Trading Limited. ESA Trading Limited since 2003 have supplied top quality air conditioning units at unbeatable prices. We offer both regular energy efficient units and inverted units from OX, King Air and TCL. In addition to our quality units and best prices, we also carry full range of parts. So buy wisely and save. Visit ESA Trading Limited on 106 Independence Street or the Canefield Distributing Center.
When the union's inspiration
Tuesday, June 20th, Decision Day, 4:30 p.m. The Dominica Public Service Union calling on all its members to a very special meeting. Tuesday, June 20th, Decision Day, 4:30 p.m. Come and discuss salary negotiations.
We're coming to get our check.
The government and the DPSU. Let your voice be counted. The strength of many, the power of one. United in purpose, united in action. Get your t-shirts today, only $15. The Dominica Public Service Union special meeting, Tuesday, June 20th. Decision Day, 4:30 p.m.
Dominica, I wrapped up. I wrap up for this one. I've got to go now. Don't forget tonight, the guest of Ferdinand Frampton. Blessings is the guest with Ferdinand tonight. In the spotlight, you may discover things about blessings that you never knew before. That's it, right here on Q. If it's your wish, it's my command. I'm gone until tomorrow, 8 o'clock on the hot set. I know a lot more will surface.